Our cold opening is by Stephen Cogswell. It's called Musical Curse. Get it at awtfy.com. That's awtfy.com/curse. There's not a curse of music on this program.
I mean, there's musical curses all the time.
We have musical curses.
Yes.
We don't have a musical curse.
Is not cursed.
Yeah, no, but we don't have a musical curse.
I like the big bits and I cannot lie.
Keep it going.
When in doubt, get filthy.
Like the big bits and I cannot lie.
Just in case anybody was confused.
Big bits and I cannot lie. Rub them all over my genitals and cry.
Literally, we recorded all that shit like half drunk.
All right, keep going.
And all of a sudden I kind of die. In the way the French say, you know, like little
Like you
guys.
came.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, got it. Yeah, we got it.
I like the big bits and I cannot lie.
Can we just do that?
Like the big bits and I cannot lie.
That was really something. Like, it's over.
Oh my god! What a banger from Stephen Cogswell. Hello, you beautiful denizens, you demon hordes of the internet. It's Tuesday night, and that means it has got to be go time for Night Attack, bringing you the best of the worst of the internet ever since anybody paid attention. Live in Austin, Texas, I'm Brian Brushwood, joined as always by my BFF in OAK, it's JRY. What a song, man!
I'm still trying to track it. NORAD's trying to figure out how far that went out of the park. Holy shit. It is. That's a victory lap for Stephen Cogswell. That is. I want the 8-hour remix of just the total trance trip hop version of
It's so good.
I like the big bits and I cannot lie.
Hey man, before we forget, for a month straight, we've had the post show begin with you yelling, "Fuck! God damn it! Fuck!" And reminding us that you forgot to tell everyone that you're doing a live show in San Francisco.
I've got a live show in San Francisco this Saturday. That is June 29th. I will be at the historic Piano Fight Theater. And tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday, we are going to have debates. The Democrats are all coming out for the first debates of the 2020 season. It's going to be a fun time to watch it. I'll be live streaming it on my channel. But then that Saturday, I'm going to take all the funniest things, all the memes, all the clips, classic debate follies, and we are making a show out of it called Can I Finish? It takes place 7 p.m. Saturday night at the Piano Fight Theater. You can get your tickets right now. bit.ly/PX3June. Again, that is bit.ly/PX3June. And it's going to be a blast. Come on out. It's a Saturday night. I'm not doing a show on a Thursday this time. We got a big night so people can come out, stay late. I'll be out late. We'll be drinking. And if you need a little bit of extra incentive to come out, if you're local in the area, this is Pride Weekend for SF. So it's always a super fun weekend. Come on out. It'll be a gay old time.
Dude, we talked about this in the post show. The brilliance of this, in my opinion, is not only it's a great idea for a show, but there's literally no work for you to do up until the debate. And you have exactly, 36 hours to write everything you're going to write. And then it's locked in.
You know what, Brian? I thought that was a really smart idea, too, until we got to when I have to start working tomorrow.
Oh, no.
Then it's like, oh, shit, I actually have to do all this. Like it was because I'm with you. I'm like, this is brilliant. No meticulously rehearsing and practicing and trying to figure stuff out and like polishing an act. No. No one will expect it to be polished. If it's just competent, it'll be amazing because all this shit just happened. But then I actually have to do stuff.
Yeah,
so.
then all of a sudden you realize, like, oh, wait, I'm literally in the same comedy arena as Saturday Night Live. And then you realize that
Low bar.
Those are
Low bar.
Shots fired. Pow, pow, pow.
Yeah, but what if it's hard? I mean, I don't know. Although, I don't know. Bryce, do you want to talk about Bryce is here? Hi, Bryce.
Hi, that's me.
Do you want to talk about Jack Allison, guest of the show, friend of the show, Jack Allison, having a personal feud with Weekend Update host and writer Michael Che?
What is happening?
I want so much peace in the world for Jack Allison. He one of his many feuds right now is with Michael Che. the lead writer at Saturday Night Live. This is Jack's story. We should just have him on to tell it at some point. But I guess
we should.
I guess on Jack.
The best tweet I saw that Jack retweeted, because this dude, I love him, and I think him and Kate are brilliant. Everybody should watch Jack AM. They are hilarious together. They're hilarious separately. Hooray for them.
Mm-hmm.
Jack's Twitter is a battlefield. It is just, if you were to listen to it, if it were to be an audio podcast, it would just be gunfire and mortar shells at all times. But yeah, he's just going back and forth where he posts things on Twitter and then Michael Che screen grabs them and yells at him on his Instagram story.
Which Jack posts and then replies to on his Twitter.
I mean, this isn't a put on. This isn't like a team up.
No, apparently Michael Che is notorious for like never letting go about his critics.
Oh, that's amazing.
And it's not even because of anything Che. This is a very short version of this, but I guess on Jack AM they were looking at I guess the webpage where you can submit your packet of like sketches and stuff for Saturday Night Live.
Okay. And
they have some fine print in there of like, if you send us your packet, you're letting us use this packet even if we don't pay you, even if we don't buy these things.
Right. Which you do have to have that verbiage in there because otherwise by coincidence you end up doing something and then somebody's suing you.
Sure. But it also says, and anything you ever post on any of your social media accounts, if we steal it or if we have something identical, like it was broader than kind of you would expect that boilerplate stuff to be. And so that was all of Jack's initial thing. And then Michael Che just like
and also it's like
name searching or something.
I used to be around sketch comedy. Shitting on Saturday Night Live is a pastime. Like it's what everybody does. Everybody is in that field. All they do is see the flaws. It is baked into the culture of the world that Saturday Night Live is a sketch institution, so nobody feels the need to repeat that before and after every time they shit on SNL. So Jack Allison, being a comedy writer, shits on SNL. It happens. It's been happening forever, and yet for some reason the head writer is just going back and forth. I have no idea what energy, what big dick energy Jack Allison has, that he has gotten into so many high profile feuds for just posting on Twitter. Like, I have no idea what is enveloping his chi.
Yeah, I want peace for Jack. Peace for Jack in our time.
I mean, peace for Jack equals very likely a death of his comic stylings. I mean, so you think long and hard on how much you want that piece.
The funniest thing is somebody wrote this and he retweeted it, which was year 2045 at Jack Allison. I swear, this is my last tweet about neo dubstep artist Splop. that is the future. Anyway, all right. So huge love to Jack, but Brian, there's something that we wanted to talk about.
Yeah. Well, we already talked about it past tense, and if you're a patron, then you have the RSS feed for the full 3-hour experience with the pre-show, the post-show, and everything in between. Otherwise, you guys are coming in late to the story because we just talked about the story of how I hit legend in Hearthstone. Yay!
And I watched it live on my phone while I ignored my wife, and you can hear all of those details.
It was pretty remarkable. It crossing that line, winning 4 games in a row was really a thing. I mean, it was great. But that's not what I want to talk about. What I want to talk about is I need the help of Chat Realm because. Man, this whole business with my daughter, my 11-year-old, like she's really into trusting me to pick a bunch of old ass movies to share with her. Like she just wants good stuff. And we started with Jaws. We did Close Encounters of the Third Kind. We did a bunch of other stuff. We today we watched Enemy Mine. Didn't hold up as much as I had hoped, but like the effects are really cheesy and didn't age well. But now I've got her watching Cowboy Bebop. She watched half the entire series today. But so suggestions, hit me up at brian@schwood.com or on Twitter @schwood for other must-watch movies for her. But I wanted to talk about one that we watched this week that I was shocked at how different my general feeling about the movie and the main character was from from the actual movie itself. Watching it again, Beetlejuice is it's a terrible movie. It's a terrible movie, but also it's an amazing movie.
All right.
Also, it broke Bonnie's spirit. Stop me if you've heard this before.
God.
A well-to-do, successful husband and father finds a piece of property that he thinks has some potential out in the outskirts of town, moves the family out, including their moody teenage daughter. And now this is the part that should not hopefully sound familiar, but this short-cropped woman who makes abstract sculptures fears that everybody's just indulging her art habit as a hobby, and as a result wears her insecurity on her sleeve. And guess what? They spend a whole movie mocking her, and Bonnie was just utterly undone while watching Beetlejuice.
I'm totally changing my hair color tomorrow. Tomorrow, literally tomorrow.
Debut of Blonde Bonnie next week.
Not likely. I'm just not going to be red anymore.
But
All right. So let me, because you said this when we were talking earlier today, and I immediately reflected, because when you say Beetlejuice is a horrible movie, which is initially what you said,
right,
I was like,
and that was like to my surprise. It was
shocking. Well, and also let me just real quick tag back to the beginning. It's so awesome that you get to like go back and like, because from what I've heard of parents, very often for like, their kids watching old movies tends to be a force feed sometimes, that it's like, no, like I swear this is important to me, and maybe they'll watch because they care about you, but things change, sensibilities change, and some things don't hold up. It sounds like Josie is just ravenous. She's just like, cool. Like, sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad. I'm in for the ride. Keep feeding me old movies.
Yeah, well, and like she dug The Matrix, and we watched 12 Angry Men, which I think we talked about on the podcast, that holds up after 60 plus years. It's amazing.
Yeah. All right, but let's get to Beetlejuice. Because immediately I was like, all right, no, Beetlejuice is great. Michael Keaton is a national treasure. This is a signature moment in which he went from a certain kind of actor to a bona fide megastar, and he's only continued to diversify his portfolio from there. And then I was like, are we ready for a cultural reckoning on whether or not Tim Burton was ever good?
All right, now it depends on when you say at what. Because let me make the case for Beetlejuice. A character so iconic that it inspired, theme rides and cartoons. Now it's a musical. It's so good. The madcap, wacky, undead, bioexorcist. Set pieces that are so sticky in your mind. The weird fusion of calypso music and horror tropes. This breaking down this logical framework for an insane afterlife that gives a weird bureaucratic reasonings for hauntings and all that stuff. All of that is amazing. However, since I first saw the movie and rewatched it several times in my youth, I've learned a little bit about story structure. And in general, it's weird when the title character shows up almost an hour into the movie. Yep. He's immediately dismissed. He does nothing. He does one gig where he jumps out and scares and is promptly lured away in a whorehouse, presumably never to be seen again until later in the movie when, for no reason whatsoever, he just says, "Hey, I need to marry your daughter." And then the daughter goes, "I guess so." And then that's the end of the movie.
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Psych, now we all live, now we've broken the afterlife." I can't even, like, there's no story. It's a collection of amazing set pieces and pure animal charisma from Michael Keaton and nothing else.
Sometimes that's all you need.
I guess all right, so it's art design,
Brilliant.
world building,
Yep.
and Michael Keaton.
Yes. Yes.
Well, and I would say, look, you can't discount, although she is more muted in that role than she would be in others. Like that was a Winona Ryder star turn, right?
I mean, yeah, I don't know why she didn't. She had maybe 8 lines.
I know.
Like,
I could believe it. I thought she was like an important part, and she just wasn't. Like she was just barely there.
And but again, like the testament to those set pieces, that Deo possession scene where the ability to choreograph everything and yet have your face run subroutine, shocked at what is happening to me, is remarkable. And it's a fine job of all of those talented actors. Also, very clearly, like they make an excuse for no reason whatsoever. Winona Ryder just gets up and walks away from the table at that exact moment and just stands there and stares. And then they all do the dance. Yeah, I'm not in the number that's about to happen, so I will stand up without any reason and walk over here.
Yeah, she's like Cersei making her way by the mountain and the hound. Like, I'm just gonna scoot by you boys. Anyway, take care of the rest.
Yeah, dude. But that
but all right, here. So let me ask you. Let me prosecute this theory. Was Tim Burton ever good, or is he the greatest beneficiary of making imperfect though interesting movies in an era where we didn't have a lot of content, and so the thing that stuck out we fetishized?
Pee-wee's Big Adventure might be very close to a perfect movie. It is a perfect quest story.
Have you rewatched it?
Yeah, I have, and it holds up.
Oh no, with Josie, because now this is my new thing. I will not trust your opinion on anything until you rewatch it with Josie.
Okay.
Because feel like I have gotten more like not to say that I ever distrusted your movie opinion, but now I feel like this is a river of truth, the likes of which we have never seen before. We're now
Josie is my truth muse. She brings it out of me.
Well, just because like even if you're like, well, whatever, this is boring, I'll just play Hearthstone during it. But I really like that thing at the beginning, so all I'll remember is that thing at the beginning. When you're watching with Josie, you want to be present. This is a moment, and so you are forced to live through it. I need all of these movies. I need you to go on a Burton total program to see whether or not he was ever a good filmmaker.
I did like Big Fish. I thought that was pretty good.
See, no, I'm with, like, look, all these movies I like too. But initially when Brian was like, Beetlejuice is trash, I was like, no, it's... And I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen Big Fish as much as I've seen Beetlejuice. I mean, I don't know. I just think there's part of me also with Tim Burton that he latched on to 2 core demographics that wound up becoming outsized thought leaders when it came to pop culture. Goths.
Yeah.
And comic nerds. Very early on, between Batman and every other film that he's made.
Well, and also
he's either appealed to the Goths or he appealed to the comic book nerds. And as history decided, they now rule what is cool and what is not cool. All the kids that used to be gods, now they are editors at these magazines and websites that run pop culture. Comic books obviously are the largest thing, so much so that Endgame is going to come out again just to be like, oh yeah, and this one Ant-Man does a cartwheel at the end, and we're like, fuck yes, it's better than Avatar now.
Also for the record, man, if you ever want a greater testament to the fact that this is a shitty year for movies, box offices, like the fact that Endgame didn't defeat Avatar on its own is a F-wording crime. Why am I saying F-wording? Fucking
yeah. So here we go. So that's my question. My question to the audience. My question to Brian, Bonnie, and Josie and Absentia is: was Tim Burton ever a good filmmaker, or was he just an art director who was able to cast good actors?
Oh, we were talking about this at the studio, and somebody brought up Edward Scissorhands. That'd be a good next
fun
one.
fact. Never saw it.
Really?
Yeah, I saw bits and pieces.
Yeah, I think we need to watch that one.
I kind of feel like that one, and it's been a very long time since I've seen Edward Scissorhands, but I feel like that one might be the worst offender of an art director got to make a movie and cast a couple really good actors.
What's the story? Can you say the story? It's the story of a boy who does what and
It's-
discovers what?
It's totally
Pinocchio?
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
He's got scissors for hands.
He gets teased.
Yeah,
Except-
like it's essentially the classic story of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, except he has scissors instead of a red nose, and at some point he becomes useful. And everybody knows that you're not allowed to be weird unless you're useful. So,
Exactly.
Yeah, and so that's
Brian, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, that story that's perfectly told in a 1.5-minute song, but now it's
It's 2 hours long.
Yeah.
Well, it was also a movie, just like a short.
Oh yeah, they made a lot of Rudolph movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they have to staple so much random shit onto the Rudolph movie to make it a thing. Like
What?
they have to have.
What is the reindeer games? Oh, you've never heard of Blittich? It's where reindeers throw
man,
their
yeah, they have, like,
horns.
Elves turn like, oh, I want to be a dentist. Like you can't staple on other random
That was really weird, wasn't it? Like, I just wanna be a
I'm just saying, it's one thing. So, all right, I don't know. I'm sure people are already saying that half our friends that are really into movies, including one that may or may not be coming on in the next few minutes, might be angry at the assumption that Tim Burton might be trash. But I don't know. Go watch Dumbo.
The speculation, not the assumption. We're open for discussion.
Yeah, no, I'm just asking questions. Here's another question. Have you heard the good news, friend? That patreon.com/Night Attack is here to bring you content every single Tuesday. And in fact, as Brian mentioned before, you can get the pre-show and the post-show earlier than anybody else does. And that's going to include stories about how Brian went to Legend, how I was watching him randomly, the magic kismet that brought together that esports moment, as well as many other things. Brian, how would you describe the value that people can enjoy at patreon.com/Night Attack?
It's a good value because damn it, this show's worth $1. A buck for a chuckle. That's all we want. A nickel, a tickle, a buck for a chuckle. And if we make your day brighter, then just give us $1. That's all we ask for. And as a matter of fact, if you are a new patron or up your pledge, then we'll up your value in life by making you one of our randomly selected people for the thing we like to call.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Night Attack new Patreon name chant corner hour.
It's an hour of it. Look, man, I'm going to assume that this is a person's given Christian name. That this is that this child was born unto the world, and their parents looked them in the eyes and said, "Lo, a child was born, and this is their name." Because
Wait, I've never had a kid. Is that what happens when you have a kid?
Yes,
You
well,
look
It
around
is.
and you say that?
the best part is, through no effort of your own, it adds an echo to your voice. Like you grab the kid, and then the doctor gives you a significant glance. You take a deep breath, and you say, "Lo, a child is born." And then you I don't know, make up a name. But the reason I have to assume this is because if it's not, then it makes me suspect that maybe this is just the name of a podcast, and somebody is very slyly using the name of their podcast and becoming a pledger. And if I were to be heard saying this name, then people might assume that they could get their podcast shouted out by becoming a patron, and that might make it seem unfair. So, because I assume this is a person's name, I just want to say, have a great day, desynced nerds.
Desynced nerds!
Desynced nerds. I just realized it sounds like I'm just calling names at our audience. Have a great day, desynced nerds.
Is it Swedish? Desynced nerds?
Oh, I think he looks like a desynced nerd, don't you, honey?
That seems like a throwaway line in Hackers where it's like, "Oh man, these desynced nerds are up my tailpipe."
Yeah, no, that's like Matthew Lillard's character. He's slapping a monitor and he's like, "Oh man, these desynced nerds don't know how to format a floppatera."
Sorry. Yes, format a floppatera, you desynced nerds. Thank you very much for the buck, fucko.
And of course, this is when we go ahead and tell a fine story, a
true
that
tale,
is
a minute-long
true.
true tale that
Minute-long
coincidentally
true tale.
happens to be the time that everybody is allowed to have their names on. I mean, this is the story of Benito Boom Crash.
Exactly, where people can subscribe and donate to us on twitch.tv/Night Attack. And I will tell you this, there's a real skills cat about, Brian.
Yeah, it's Benito Boom Crash. He had the skills cat, and he was winning all the games, and he was just gonna yam it up your ass. That was his big slogan.
No need to get so Latin there, Brian, because when I tell this tale, I'll say it's a renegade from here and me to you.
It's a real
there.
to-do with Renegade. So anyway,
Exactly.
Benito Boom Crash was crushing it. He was stomping Benjamin Franklin. The Ben Franklin, he was just, with his own kite, he was crushing him.
Well, of course, Ben Franklin called his kite the PEDS 25. That's something you won't learn on Wikipedia.
Yeah, why are they suppressing? What's with all these dead polymers trying to shut down the truth about PEDS 25 being the name of his kites?
Nerds can't format a Plopatera like J King 206 can, the real J King of the desync nerds.
All right, do we have a special guest on the line?
In a moment, why don't we also check in on
The Bit Boss.
Oh yeah, that's right. Real quick, just for the record, I've always loved Wanyam the most. Never cared about a single other fan.
Wanyam is at halftime our bit boss. Thank you so much to Wanyam. But Bryce, do we have the alternate? Do we have the variant on the bit boss available?
We do.
The wind up the nose inducing idea of this one.
Clitball.
I'm saying that one. I don't know if we do the piano bar every week, but that got such a reaction on social media over the past 7 days that I wanted people to hear it again.
Oh my god. Yeah, that was great.
We actually are, for maybe the first time ever, are a little earlier than we said we would call our guest.
Hells
So
yeah.
maybe if we have another
Got him.
anything else that happened in the last couple of days?
Yeah, or we could open it up, like if anyone's got another suggested movie in the chat, after we...
Have you considered the AFI top 100 movie list?
Oh, yeah, the American Film Institute?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
What
Yeah,
about The Music Man?
Oh, man, you're not going to get me to sit through that.
I bet she would love it.
Maybe.
All the singing and dancing.
Oh yeah, all right. So Brian, wait, hold on. Let me ask you a question though. If you had that kind of visceral reaction to The Music Man, if you were to say, I need to show my daughter a musical, what is the first musical that you would think to show her?
Ooh, that's a very good question.
What about?
Oh, it's got to be Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, or Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
That's not a musical.
Oh, I'm sorry. It just has all of these iconic songs the entire show long, and they spontaneously break into choreographed dance numbers. But it's not a musical.
Not a musical. No, wait, is Charlie? I would never think that it's a musical.
Willy Wonka's
I think it
totally
has
a musical.
I think it has musical numbers.
Okay,
With Bryce. I'm with Bryce.
okay.
Here's
They
a-
used the script and the songs at camp to teach musical theater
Sure,
because
sure.
it's a musical.
And you'll see that your thoughts are a mischaracterization.
You know what is? You know what's closer to a musical? I think
What?
is The Nightmare Before Christmas.
That is a musical. That's 100% a musical.
Wait, how are you saying that's close? That's definitely these are all textbook
Because I think
definitions of musicals.
because I think Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is. The musicals are more asides. They feel more like asides where
Agreed.
the Nightmare Before Christmas advance the plot and
Yeah,
exposition
Story
the plot.
told via music. Yeah.
Like the definitive is that the dialogue has to happen in music. Did you take out the trash today? Wait, you got to answer in a musical note.
No, yeah. Wait, what is happening? Up is
I
down,
don't
left
know
is
what
right,
that
black
means.
is white. What is? I don't understand.
Right,
No,
Bryce?
so I would think, and now I'm with you, Brian, that Charlie and the Chocolate Factory has a ton of great songs.
Mhm.
However, I'm kind of with somebody in the chat room that said that it's more like Scott Pilgrim. Scott Pilgrim also has a lot of great songs, but it's not a musical.
Well, but
It has a ton of music in it.
It's a movie that
okay,
has bands
the,
in it.
the difference is it makes sense to get on stage and pick up a guitar and announce we are a band and then play a song. Those are all plot elements.
Sure.
It makes no sense for somebody to wonder if they're able to walk, begin singing first, then get up and dance around, and then stop singing randomly. I don't even understand how this is open for discussion.
I mean,
I think we're just trying to shave in degrees here, right?
Yeah.
I think we're just trying to like, yeah, sure. If they got a lot of music in them.
Okay, why are they singing if it's not a musical?
It's an aside. It's a narrative aside.
it's a movie with music. It's not a musical.
Okay, but then by that puts it in the same category as Star Wars, which is also a movie with music in it, but is not a musical.
No, they don't. But they don't. You know, it's.
I mean,
not
there's a lot
like,
of music in it.
All right, Curtis has a good question. Is Mulan a musical? I think Mulan is more of a musical than
Mulan's a
Charlie and
musical.
Chocolate.
All right,
Yeah.
is Frozen a musical?
Yes.
Okay, why is
Because they sing stuff like, "Do you want some carrots? You are my horse thing, that reindeer."
It's a good sound on it. Good sound.
Like it sings about stupid stuff that carries things along.
all right?
In a way, it doesn't just separate it. Like, oh, look at that beautiful star. It's like moving the story along. It has to be pivotal to the plot or the dialogue in some way.
It's okay. How about every time a human child is near killed, they sing a song about it, and then that character is no longer in the story. It's a fairly pivotal thing that they do in the song every time the Oompa Loompas come out.
No, but that's just what the Oompa Loompas do. That's just what they do as characters.
Well,
They,
that's
like,
fine,
stick
but that doesn't
and
explain Grandpa's song. That doesn't explain Willy Wonka or the backing tracks or anything.
Yeah, it has some songs in
It
it.
has a lot of music. It has a lot of
God damn it.
music.
Songs.
This is not gaslighting on my end. I think that there is a distinct. I think there is probably. I think they're very close.
Okay, what about
Yes.
when when Charlie asks for a chocolate bar, but instead receives 3 minutes of singing and dancing from the guy at the candy shop counter?
He's
Why?
a showman. I mean, jeez, I don't know how much more we can spell this out to you, Brian.
Is Stone Cold Creamery a musical?
Yeah,
Because they do the exact same thing.
exactly.
you
They
tip
sing
them and
all
they
their
sing.
songs. Oh, I guess that Knights of White Chocolate is a musical too.
The Knights of White Chocolate.
Oh, you.
And
Okay.
we're here to make your day trippy.
Like Lion King is a musical.
Lion
Yes.
King is well. I
Right.
mean, all those Disney ones were written as musicals, basically. Like they had Broadway writers, they wrote them as musicals, and then they animated them.
Okay, but by your logic, like Aladdin, all of the remake of Aladdin, is that a musical?
I have not seen the
I
remake.
haven't seen it, but assuming it has all the same songs as the original.
Jafar never sings.
Okay.
All
pretty
the
interesting.
songs are self-contained, just like in the first one. There's no advancing of the plot per your definition in it.
What do you mean? One step ahead, it introduces you to Aladdin and shows you, it puts him in the palace by the end of it, right?
Well, no, but in a song. Wait, what are you talking about?
Isn't that what happens? I don't know. It's probably
It's been a long time since any of us have even seen the original Aladdin.
But don't you remember?
I literally tried to watch it, and it's not available anywhere,
Right.
like to rent or stream.
Do you remember in The Lion King when the warthog and his little squirrel friend were all marching along and singing Oompa Loompa?
What are you doing? All right, look, I'm done with this gaslighting. Y'all are crazy, and we're gonna have to take this to Twitter. Here, you get our guest on. I'm gonna take this to Twitter.
Sure.
All I'm saying is this: number one, not only is Lion King and Aladdin actual musicals now, like they are like on Broadway musicals, but also in
So
Aladdin,
is Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
they wrote. I mean, yeah, but so was the Monty Python. What does that mean? All I'm saying is that in the Aladdin musical, the original song they wrote was "Proud of Your Boy," which is what the Proud Boys are named after.
Oh God.
True fact. Look it up.
I'm excited for if you have email, if you have thoughts about this, mail at nightattack.tv. Send in your thoughts on what is and is not a musical, and maybe it'll make it in the mailbags portion.
So wait,
of
hold on,
the-
wait, Brian, you never answered my question though. That like, if you were to, I'll go to Bonnie first. Bonnie, if you were to say, I need to show my daughter a musical, what musical would you say? I gotta show her.
I think it has to be one that she suffers through. So it's got to be The Music Man.
Wait, you want to punish her with a Rodgers and Hammerstein musical?
Oh, you don't understand how many times I've heard her singing through her headphones Hamilton. So yeah, I feel like
Yeah,
turn about, you know.
Personal vendetta. You have a personal vendetta against your 11-year-old, and you want to punish her by showing her another musical that might be earwormy enough to at least wash Hamilton out of her head.
Just something. It's been a lot of Hamilton for over a year now. So
I might I might go for Little Shop of Horrors. I remember enjoying that as a
oh
kid.
yeah, that's a good one.
Is that a little racy? Does that have a little racy element to it?
I mean, outside of all the
Yes.
murdering and the killing and the beating of the girlfriends
And-
from the sadistic dentist.
And
Yeah.
I think there's some like gender stuff going on in there too, and there's like with the dentist and
Wait, I
I
don't
don't
know what
know.
you're saying.
I can't remember.
He beats up his girlfriend and
Oh, yeah.
she hides it.
ew.
That's yeah, I'm sure it's fine.
So are we cooling on Little Shop of Horrors then? Or
Yeah.
but is there another? I mean, aside from the obviously controversial Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, is there any movie musical, Brian, that you could think of?
Man, look, you got me pinned down so hard I can't even. I'm waiting for whatever I name for you to explain to me that that's just a movie with a lot of music in it.
It's not a fight. We're talking this out like
to
friends.
advance the conversation. I'm doing my best to advance the conversation.
Man, I don't even know. Yeah, I guess South Park. That'd be the best.
That one counts.
I mean, we're escalating racy from Little Shop of Horrors to fuck your fucking face, Uncle Fucker.
Oh, that's right.
God.
Yeah, that'd be great. We did watch The Greatest Showman. That was all right.
I enjoyed it.
Gentleman Top asked, "What about Annie?"
Yeah, the kids have seen that a lot.
Yeah.
The new one
Both.
and the old
Yeah.
one.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I can't think of what my favorite. Like I've appreciated musicals, but I've never really been like a musical guy. Like I wouldn't. I guess I don't know.
Okay. Surprising. Last week it was. Last week or the week before we were talking about settling the spelling of psych, and it was shocking to see how close it was. We have now reached the level of statistical significance at over 300 votes, so I'm pretty sure it's not all of you motherfuckers gaslighting me.
Oh,
but,
come on.
but it's currently only 58% yes, 42% of people say no.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, that's so amazing to me.
Wow. See, but it's on the line. That's what I'm saying. This is about degrees. This is a conversation about degrees.
I mean,
It is.
um,
It is about degrees. Come on. There's not a ton of what is it, diegetic? People were saying there's not a ton of diegetic singing dialogue.
How many lines of singing dialogue would you need to push it over into you saying it's definitely a musical?
Oh, I don't have a percentage or a number. I just, it's like pornography. When you hear it sung, you know what it is.
You're like, oh, yep, that's
Yeah,
what pushed
that's
it over.
Yeah. He's like, but I did not order a pizza.
Oh man, we are now at with 500 votes. It is still 58-42. Wow, that is remarkable.
See, this is not. We're not gaslight. We're not trying to rile you up.
Yeah, you thought it would be a route that everybody
Yeah.
would know that it was a musical.
Wow, dude, that's crazy. I think we have a gift to find out hidden splits in the populace that nobody knew was a thing.
The Beef Viper puts in, I guess, what it's listed on Wikipedia, which is that it is a musical fantasy family film.
Huh.
I would say musical fantasy fits it.
Yeah.
You know, someone earlier found had the Disney movies on a list that was called like family cartoons with music or something like that. So it was like weird, like not calling it a musical. I don't know.
God damn it! Somebody in here had one that I would totally agree was great. Although, you want to know what? I would say that really the first the first albums that I even bought like on cassette when I was a kid with money that my mom gave me were the like Disney musicals, where Aladdin and Lion King and Little Mermaid and stuff like that. Like those were like the first musicals that I really, really, really enjoyed. They were definitely movies that I wanted to pay attention
Well,
to.
and the trick to musicals, especially in a pre-internet age, is that like if you're driving in an era before podcasts or being able to do whatever you want at any time, like that was a good way to kind of watch a movie that you liked because you kind of got the bulk of the experience over that hour-long CD.
Yeah.
Oh, totally. Yeah. For whatever reason, I remember one time there was this girl that I was dating, and she had the cassette of the Robert Goulet cast recording of Camelot.
Oh, I saw Robert Goulet perform Camelot in Houston as a kid.
You're kidding.
No.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
That's a common thread with you guys.
Finally, we have something in common. Wait, is it?
I would have never remembered that, but it was definitely like a very a touch and go moment in the relationship. And for whatever reason, as awkward as it was, all I could hear was Robert Goulet singing Camelot.
Who breathes on this earth a man for my brother, a man for my son, a man for my friend. You would all be Lance. Yes, I love them. I love them, and they answer me again with pain and torment. Be it sin or not sin, they betray me in their hearts. And that's far sin enough. I see it in their eyes and feel it when they speak.
Wow.
And they must pay for it and be punished.
Oh my gosh, Gigaloop has a good one. What about instead of showing her a musical, instead of The Pirates of Penzance, what if I showed her the pirate movie from 1981, I think? Do you remember that? Oh man, it was like a parody of the Pirates of Penzance.
Pirate movie?
Yeah. Yeah, dude. That's it right there.
Yeah, I've never heard of this.
Oh, it's a thing. I'll tell you that. If you had cable back in the day, a random lightsaber shows up at one point. It was sort of scary movie before. Like it was, you could tell that they were trying to go for some kind of the way Airplane was a silly take on Airport 77.
Yeah, so it was like a wacky send up of a genre film.
Yeah. Holy crap, we're at 1,000 votes and it's still 58-42.
Wow.
That's disgusting.
Holding steady.
So yes, yeah.
That's remarkable. Oh, Kentucky Fried Movie. Man, some of those bits. I was thinking about. Do you remember the sketch in Kentucky Fried Movie where the entire sketch was that a daredevil walked into a black neighborhood and shouted the N-word? And that was the sketch.
Oh my God.
Different time. Different time for the Zucker brothers. That's all I'm saying.
Well, what about Cannonball Run? Is that a musical?
I mean, there's music in it.
How about the Blues Brothers?
Oh, is that a musical?
No.
Really?
Not?
I mean,
I think it's a musical fantasy.
they go, well, okay, they go and they talk to Aretha Franklin, and she diegetically tells them that they better think about what they're trying to do to her, and then goes into a song and a choreographed thing.
I will admit right now, I don't know if I've seen the Blues Brothers in its entirety. So
Wow.
I am making assumptions based on half remembered memories of an incomplete movie. So I will defer to you. If you believe that, then I am with you on that.
And I'd be really interested if you ever feel like taking a side journey and just, giving us the aliens' point of view on whether or not it's good or not. Because out of nowhere on Harmontown, Dan Harmon was just like, Blues Brothers was bad. There, I said it. and it was like, and he was like, I don't understand why. And he just goes into like 90 seconds and he's like, anyone? All right. And then he just drops it and keeps on going.
Pick of Destiny.
Oh, that is a textbook.
Oh, yeah.
Like the introduction, it's nothing but story driven. A long ass fucking time ago in a town called Kickapoo, there lived a humble family, religious through and through. But there was a black
show. But Tenacious D, the show, I would not think is a musical. I think that is a show where a band plays songs, and sometimes the songs are inspired by what happened, but it's not moving the plot along.
Oh, that's interesting. Well, I mean, with Sasquatch, they did, though, because at the beginning of the song, they just barely saw him, but by the end, they're letting him off the hook saying they don't want to be a power trio. So that's a lot of plot that happened during that song.
Yeah, but also, yeah. I mean, so yes, in that song, the plot happens, but also that's like kind of the joke. It's more of a gag than it is like, yes, it is story, but that's like the funny part is that they found the unfindable, but now they don't want to be in a band with it.
Yeah.
Their egos are too much.
All right, now Scooper Girl in the chat is taking it too far. She's saying that that School of Rock is technically a musical, which I disagree with. Like, there's never a moment.
I don't think that it is.
Like, that they're doing anything weird that would be weird to do in real life. Like, it wouldn't be weird for me to, hey, I'm working on a new rock song. It goes like this, and then I play it. That would not be a musical thing.
Oh. Hey, by the way, do you think that we're going to owe Ice Cream Social royalties for doing a podcast that includes cock jokes and very serious musical talk?
Oh, wait. Oh, man, I haven't been caught up lately. Is that what they've been up to?
Periodically, they do. They did an episode where I was flying back, and it was literally like 1/3 of like very hardcore wrestling talk, and then 1/3 of very hardcore like whether or not the second the past intermission of Into the Woods is good, and they just debated back and forth in a very serious way, and then of course somebody made a joke about cum or something.
So the Ben Franklin has a good point. He says if the people know and acknowledge that they are singing in the characters, then it's not a musical. So if there's some kind of like getting on stage and grabbing a guitar and then I'm going to play a song for you, then that's not a musical. Whereas,
so what if you were trying to sell a candy bar and you were singing like that's like you're singing at that point. Like that's definitely not a musical.
No, because it's never acknowledged that he's like, oh well, along with that candy, I'll do a little song and dance for you, and then then that would be.
Wait, hold on. So that's how you'd sell a candy bar, huh? You'd wait till after they paid before you sang. No, you're drawing them in. You're getting the fervor going. Next thing you know, you're flipping these fucking candy bars like they're goddamn crack at a famine line.
I'm not gonna get goaded back into this quagmire.
Are we
60 seconds.
Not that I don't want to continue having a conversation about musicals.
Man,
but,
I'll go all night long on this. We can get Mike TV on the line if we're just looking for a third voice.
60 seconds. Turns out it helps to call the right Mikey Neumann.
Oh goodness!
You know that thing where Skype will just tell you that it's the right name and then it's not.
Oh dear.
It did that one. So I think we'll have him on the call just about now.
1,500 votes, still 58-42. America is torn asunder, brother against brother, in a way not seen since the 19th century. Standing up wipers, sitting down wipers, joining hands to say, yes, it is a musical, or no, it is not.
What about Top Gun? Top Gun had that whole diving for the ball.
If they Bonnie, if they had a song while they were playing volleyball, I'd agree with you.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. There was definitely music.
But that was a montage, which is different than.
Oh, you and your montages.
Well, what's not a montage? Well, actually, he might do montages. Is all the great video essays that Mikey Neumann does. Mikey,
Huzzah!
can you hear us?
Mikey Neumann from
Hello.
FilmJoy. Thank you so
I
much for
think-
joining us.
I hope.
Yeah,
good?
no, you're here.
Yes,
You did it.
Here.
Hey, it's me.
Oh my good God, ladies and gentlemen, what we have just subjected you to is far too long nonsense movie discussion. If you want actual amazing movie analysis, in my opinion, the best in the biz, what you got to do is check out Movies with Mikey, and Mikey Neumann is the man behind it. How you doing, buddy?
I am great. That was so worth it to watch chat lose their mind about like diegetic versus non-diegetic, which is not the division of a musical.
Also,
Hello, Tommy.
which team are you on?
Tommy.
Oh, Tommy.
Tommy's a musical.
Everyone is aware when Tommy is happening. I'm just saying.
So is Willy Wonka a musical? Yes, no.
Sorry. Skype is like, hey, would you like to use your webcam mic? No. Sorry, what was the question?
Is Willy Wonka a musical? Yes or no?
I'm gonna come down on this weird. I think that pure imagination is so good and so intrinsic to like us as people that I would put it on the side of musical because that song is so strong, but the movie does not carry itself as a musical.
Oh.
But pure imagination is like, I mean, that's everything, right? Like,
I mean,
so-
the good
Go
news
ahead,
is
Brian, it's imperfect on both sides. I feel like we can come to a truce on that. Mikey has brokered a truce. I'm willing to go in on.
I was like, it was a tie.
I'm willing to compromise on that song is so good that despite the fact that the movie does not carry itself otherwise as a musical, that I will categorize it based on the Newman Accords.
Hit all the points.
oh man,
That song sort of.
I'm gonna have to take this to.
Are you gonna? You're proud? You proud to settle this?
Look, I'm sorry. I was appointed by this angry mob of constituents to bring one idea forward, and
You can't
according
Brexit
my constituents are demanding that we not fracture on this. I'm sorry. Maybe we can come back later. I'm calling off these peace talks. It's more.
Enemy for life.
You know what?
Bushwood.
You know what? Here's how we settle it. We have a quizzes with Mikey game, and whichever one of us wins is right.
I'm so sad I didn't do a musical quiz.
I'm calling Wonk exit.
I'm gonna get you bad, though.
All right, here we go. Look, for those of you who are unaware, for not only this show but also every other live stream that I do, I have the specter of our guest, Mikey Neumann here, just taunting me at every moment that I'm live on screen because I hate these quizzes. I'm never good at them. Brian, for whatever reason, despite the fact that I've had a historic advantage at any kind of trivia game that we've ever done on the fucking decade plus of this show, for whatever reason, Mikey's quizzes just get my goat. I don't like them.
How are you with cars?
With cars?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you own a few, right?
No, I don't own a single car.
Oh.
Oh, that's good. That's a problem for you.
God, I swear, man, Mikey, if I didn't,
I always have it ready. Brian Jumston. Just only the wrongest. Why does Skype keep being like, hey,
that's
you
not
need help?
Skype. That's
No,
Bryce.
that's
That's Bryce chatting with
Me
you.
trying to
Oh.
very discreetly ask if you could check your Skype settings so we can get the best mic sound from you.
Oh, am I on the
Yeah.
webcam mic?
It turns
Yeah.
out that Skype was asking, "Are you sure you want to be on the webcam mic?" Because my image recognition software says you seem to have a pretty nice microphone right in front of your face.
Yeah, I know
Would
the new version of Skype likes to just say no.
Is that better?
Yeah, it is. It's a lot better. Thank you very much.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't realize that was a thing. Okay.
All right, man. What are we playing?
This was originally just is this a real Japanese manufactured car in Japan? But I realized that some Japanese manufacturers shipped really hilarious sounding car names in countries like Germany. So was that a real car from this Japanese car manufacturer? And there's a few that aren't in Japan, but oh my God, there's so many funny ones from Japan.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, this one's good. I tested it on my friend earlier, and she got 7 out of 15.
Oh, wow.
And that's either or.
Oh, that's
She
right.
She failed the spread of randomness, so I feel very good about
We should check
about-
in with our Vegas odd makers. Who,
Yeah, we should.
I don't know if we have that dog.
Of course, our friend, your friend, the world's friend, Mitsula, the Diamond Club odds maker, always goes ahead and gets the questions ahead of time and professionally handicaps what everything is. And so, Bryce, can you go through what our odds are here?
Yeah, so we've got the Night Attack Presents Quizzes with Mikey. Check out these models. This is what he's got here. The highest score, he's got Schwood at -1.5 for the highest final score.
A fucking underdog. This is disgusting. I'm disgusted with not only myself but also this entire situation. The fact that I'm
good.
God damn it! Fuck you.
The jury and Schwood combined correct answers over under is set at 17.5. So that's with both of you guys playing. Who gets the first correct answer? Schwood is even on that one. Number of times Mikey changes jury's name. The over under is at 1.5.
You're at Jumpston right now. If you got a good one, just let me know.
That's a good one.
The first person to
I'll
talk
change.
themselves out of a correct answer, Schwood's at -115. Jury's at -105.
I like here are both fucked. Like that makes me feel so good.
If jury will get out of his chair and walk off during the quiz, the yes is at +160. The no is at -200. The negative is like more likely to happen.
Correct,
right?
correct.
Yeah.
And various odds for the final exact results, whether it's a tie, whether jury or Brian are up, and if the game is not finished. The even odds are at Schwood being ahead by 3 or 4 points. So there we go.
Ooh, that's a lot.
That's all right. Whatever. You want to know what? I'm tired. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of all this doubt. I'm tired of this disgusting atmosphere that envelops me and chokes me through my nostrils. Let's play the fucking game.
All right. Where's my bell? I don't have my bell handy. What a fail I turned out to be. All right. Who are we starting with? Who won the coin toss before we came on the field?
I think it was Brian because that poll was 52% in his favor.
Yeah, that's true.
All right.
Yeah.
Brian won. Brian has a statistical advantage in Willy Wonka being a musical by idiots, but go ahead.
I'm going to give you the manufacturer, all of which are Japanese, and then I will give you the car name, and then you will tell me if it is real or fake.
Got it.
It's very simple, but oh man, I stayed up late to get this good, so I hope. All right, question 1.
Ready.
Brian, is this a real car? The Datsun plain car, Plain, plain car, Datsun plain car, real or fake?
So, just so I'm picturing this clearly, like on the back bumper in chrome letters, it says plain car.
Name of the actual car.
All is one word.
Yep. Well, no, plain car is 2 words in this case. There's a lot that are multiple words.
I'm gonna say
both real and fake. So
I'm gonna say that back when Datsun, because Datsun became Nissan, and back when it was Datsun, I feel like you are most likely to get weird stuff like that, stuff that nowadays is colloquially called, English. I'm gonna say that is a real one, and I could totally see them having like, the baseline playing car.
Okay. Jumpston.
I'm going to
There's
I'm going
no
to agree.
sign.
I believe that playing car is a real car.
Both of you are wrong.
Oh! Oh, the agony on his face. Oh, if I could just gobble up frustrated. I've never seen a more like I want a chocolate molded on the pencil thin line that is Justin's grimace of frustration right
You're
now.
already over it. He's like, Michael?
I'm just focusing. I'm just focusing.
Okay.
All right?
Justin,
All right? It's
Justin,
fine.
look me in the eyes. Justin, look me in the eyes. Here we go. Number 2 goes to you. Is this a real or fake car? The Isuzu Mysterious Utility Wizard. There it is. There's the distant look.
There's only one feeling
Oh,
that's
Would you like me
similar
to read it
to being
again?
in the middle of a Mikey quiz. And that's like just waking up so hungover that I wonder why I did this to myself. And now I feel the same sense of dread and shame. Please, Mikey, read again this fucking car name.
You got it, Justin. I was asking if the Isuzu Mysterious Utility Wizard was in fact a real or fake car.
It's a real car.
I agree. It's too good not to be. It's got to be a real car. The Isuzu
You are both
Mysterious-
correct.
Yes!
Yeah!
Do we have a picture of it?
Sent now, baby. I got you sent. I'm on the trail.
You did it.
Oh, do we have any facts about it, like where it came from or what it looked like?
I would. So one thing I noticed is if you find, there it is.
Oh,
Most things are like not a thing. They just are called weird things in other territories. So like an SUV becomes an MUV.
got it.
Because Mysterious Utility Wizard. I don't want to overstep my bounds here, but we should have called SUVs MUVs.
What's that?
Mysterious utility
Because
wizard.
Mysterious Utility Wizard is amazing.
Oh yeah. Oh no. Yeah, it's great.
Sports utility vehicle? Get out of here.
One of these photos does have the word wizard written all the way down the runner boards. It's pretty amazing.
That's pretty dope.
Back to Brian.
Ready.
Back to Brian for number 3. Number 3 is the Nissan Pokemon Battle Wagon Movie Special Edition 2000.
No.
Is that a real or a fake car?
If it was real, I am certain that the current
You would own
wave
them.
of Pokemon fever would have almost certainly had it be a meme or talked about here in America. And my daughter being crazy into Pokemon right now, I feel like she would have heard of it. Because if not, then if it is real, then she gets to be the one to bust it out on the internet and amaze all her friends. So I'm going to say not real.
Okay. Justin.
Jumpston, thank you.
Jumpston. Sorry.
I will say that is indeed real. For this reason, there is American Pokemon crazy, and then there's Japanese Pokemon crazy. It's a
Yeah.
totally different playing field. Everything that is super fandom here is basic bitch over there in Japan. Absolutely 100% real as rain.
Brian, you are correct.
Oh! Oh my God! Oh, after I made my choice, I saw some noise in the chat. I saw Gambling Man confidently announce, "Yeah, it's real. I saw the announcement. I was there."
I thought so. Like Going through that, the Pokemon Battle Wagon movie special edition, I thought that wasn't enough, so I went ahead and added the 2000.
Sold me, by the way. 2000 sold me. I would not have bought it, but it's like, man, the crazy shit happened pre 9/11.
Oh man.
All right.
Wow,
So
that
we
is
go
a
back to
cute
Jumpston
Fuck, man.
with number 4. Is this a real car or not? Justin, is the Toyota 54B a real car?
The Toyota 54B. Now this would be something that, I mean, so the yes argument would be that, you know, they just ran out of names.
Can you use it in a sentence? Thanks, Chad.
Yeah.
The Toyota 54B.
The wrong way would, or the argument for it doesn't exist is that it's a stupid fucking name. Why would anybody name a car that?
Good. That's good logic on this one, bud.
Well, let me no. But even like the Pokemon wagon, that has like a selling point to it. You're selling it to people who love Pokemon. The industrial wizard is sure that is out there, but it's exciting. The 54B. Who's gonna be like, oh shit, like, ooh, you want to know what he picked me up in? A 54B. Like that's not a thing that's said.
That's a car you fuck in.
Nobody's fucked in a 54B, Mikey. No one has ever fucked in a 54B.
The 54 is the B stands for bases. That's the number of base laps around the field you're gonna take. You're gonna crush in that puss.
Crush it.
A 54B is what happens when you're 69ing, but you are amputated at the knee.
All right.
I gotta check your math on that one, I'm afraid.
It broke my, by the way.
Answer, please.
It's real.
Okay. Brian.
Right, yeah.
You're the other guy. You're the other one.
I'm also going to say it's real, but I'm going to take probably the wrong path to get here, because whenever I try to factor in Mikey's mind games and think what he's thinking, I'm always wrong. But
yes,
I feel like there almost certainly has been. There have been cars that are just jumbles of numbers and letters. The
weird. Almost like I built this fake car on that logic. Both wrong.
Right.
Number 5.
But wait, what? God damn it.
Both wrong. Number 5.
Damn it.
God damn it.
I mean, I could let you continue walking down this path of wrongness.
No, but let me make my case. No.
I thought it sounded like a weird bra size. A
54B. Yeah.
54B puts a mental image in your head for sure. Number 5, back to Jump.
I'm tired of trying to fix my fucking mic. Whatever. It's fucking broke.
Nobody likes Mike.
Boy, you know the game's got his goat when all of a sudden it's time to fix his mic.
Well, he threw it earlier. You missed it.
I did miss it.
Yeah, no, I threw my mic. It's fine. Everything's going great. I'm very much under control. Mikey, what's the fucking question?
Number 5. The Honda That's. THAT''S. The Honda That's. Chat. That's it. Funny.
I always look at Mikey's body language, and I just can't.
Oh, he gives nothing away.
No,
he
gives
gives nothing away.
No
He's the ultimate quiz
no
master.
read.
I mean, Trebek's got nothing on this gentleman.
I give you a mountain of information. I give you books worth of information, but
No, this is the secret to Mikey, is that he's already tortured you. Like that's his game. The meta game for Mikey is torturing people by way of this crazy information, and so there's no read because he doesn't care if we get it right or wrong. He cares that we're twisting in the wind right
That is the most honest thing anyone's ever said to me. You are correct. I fuel off of this.
He plays a game that he wins every question. That's Mikey's game. He bats 1,000 every time.
Justin?
What is your answer, Justin? Is the Honda?
Wait, no, I
Vats.
thought it was Brian.
No.
It is question 5. Wait.
Oh, wait. That it does go to me. Yeah.
That is Brian.
All
Sorry.
right. I say yes. It's
Honda
real.
Vats.
It's real.
Okay.
I'm going to say that it is fake. It is not. There is no that's. There is no that's. That is a fake.
Brian is correct. I saw that car and I was like, "Are you kidding?" The Honda Vats. Throw nouns at the car and it's fine.
It looks like
Fine.
It looks like a Nissan Cube, kind of.
Or the little XBs.
Oh yeah, like I can assure you that all of these cars look exceptionally boring. They have incredible names, but they are exceptionally boring. Back to Jumpston. The Mazda Bongo Friendy. Friendy is spelled Friend, obviously EE. Friendy.
The Mazda Bongo.
It sounds weird when you say it out loud.
When you put it that way. Well, when you say it, it sounds like fake.
Yeah, when you say it, it sounds fake.
The Honda Bongo. Or the Mazda Bongo Friendy. I mean, so it's like you're looking at it and you're like, man, I want to play a bongo, but I also want my friendy.
People are choosing Bongo Friendy as their Star Wars name in chat, and I love it. He killed Mace Windu.
I thought he played in the cantina.
Bongo Friendy.
The Mazda Bongo Friendy is real.
Yeah. I don't want to live in a world that it's not real. Give me that Bongo Friendy.
Well, you certainly don't want to guess anything separent when you're
real.
a game theory brushwood.
Dude, look. I'll write them down ahead of time if that'll make you feel better.
No.
All right, the score is 2-4.
Oh, they got it
Brian
right.
has-
Yeah, we got it right.
Yeah, everybody got it right. Sorry. Back to Brian. Number 7. The Mitsubishi Delica Space Gear.
Delica Space Gear. I'm going to say is not real. I'm going to say not real.
Delica Space Gear is actually my Lord of the Rings name.
Delica Space Gear. That does sound like a prog rock extravaganza.
I
Behold,
like how you
children,
heard the
gather
word
round.
space, and you immediately went, "That's my Lord of the Rings name."
Yeah.
You know, space.
Like while they look it up, it's like, oh yeah, Space Gear, sure, yeah, I get it. Whatever, they're talking fucking dragon.
It was an early Styx album. Delica Space Gear, we meet again. Now ride, my friends, we fly.
Delica Space Gear looks
Brian
like
that was. Sorry, I'm trying to get the answers.
Oh, I said not real. Not real.
Not real.
No.
Justin, you said.
Delica Space Gear sounds like the more rickety version of that fair or that carnival ride that you just like lay on
The Gravitron.
Yeah, the Gravitron. Yeah, it's like the Kmart version of the Gravitron is the Delica Space Gear. Brian, what did you say?
He said. Fake.
Brian said not real.
I said not real.
Not real.
Bonnie is so into it. She wanted to fidget, so she grabbed the nearest wire, not realizing it was attached to the camera. And so all of a sudden, my shot just started earthquaking.
There you go.
I am going to say that the Delica Space Gear is a real car that you can buy and drive right off the lot and into the heart of your favorite man or lady.
Justin gets a point.
Oh!
Delica! Delica! Space Gear! Space Gear!
Were you just shouting Delica like you were shouting Gattaca?
Yes!
Okay, just making sure. Just making sure.
Yes! Fuck yes!
Wait, isn't it Attica? But Gattaca was the movie from the late or early 90s.
Attica was in a film too. It's fine.
Okay.
You shout Attica.
I actually
I like shouting Gattaca.
I like shouting Delica. I like almond milk.
Who cares? We've all been drinking. It's number 8. Back to Justin first.
Yep.
Yes.
All right, Justin.
Now it's mine.
I'm gonna say this slowly because I have to. The Mazda 7 6-speed 5.
The Mazda 7 6-speed 5. So there is a Mazda 7. I've seen a Mazda 7. I'd assume that there are some 6 speeds. Although I don't know if there's been 5 versions of it. I am going to say that the Mazda 7 6-speed 5 is not a real car.
Yeah, I feel the same way, specifically because it does sound like it would be so obviously possibly a real thing. It's but then again, my logic is always wrong. I say it's not real.
It is not. Good call, both of you.
Yay! Look, man, we just got to beat the spread. That's all I'm saying, Justin. Let's ride this success train all the way up.
For the 5.
This is always the move you do to justify your game theory, is that now we're playing together.
What?
And I also think you can't beat the spread at this point.
Dare to dream.
It doesn't get easier, I'll say that. Number 9.
Because it's been a real fucking cakewalk, Mike. Jeez.
Number 9, back to Brian. The Honda Squeeze.
The Honda Squeeze?
The Honda Squeeze.
I'm gonna say no, because the other English words have been neutral or wacky, but I have to imagine they at least know what the word squeeze means, and there's virtually no positive connotations in a car context. So I'm going to say
I
not
like
real.
your thought process.
I'm going to say not real.
Justin, where are you at?
The Honda Squeeze, which comes with a toothbrush, some toothpaste, a flannel for my face, pajamas, a hairbrush, new shoes in a case, is indeed real. I believe it's real. The Honda Squeeze is real.
Brian is correct.
Yeah!
Justin, I'm so tired of saying that. You gotta give me something here, buddy.
Because I'm behind. I actually want to take chances instead of just writing whatever. I have to make some moves here.
This last 6 is
whatever. Who cares? We're all going to hell. We're all dying and burning.
Nihilism is correct. Number 10, back to Jumpston. Back to Jumpston.
Yeah.
Number 10.
Yeah, don't worry. It'll be what Brian says too.
God, this one's good. The Mazda Carol Mark 7 by Suzuki.
No. The Mazda Carol Mach 7 by Suzuki.
Mark 7.
Mark 7. Wait, Carol, like the name, like the woman's name, Carol? He's nodding furiously in delight.
Mazda Carol Mark 7 by Suzuki.
The Mazda 7 Mark, or Mazda Carol, oh my God, by Suzuki. God, I hate how much you love this. Oh, Jesus Christ. Christ on a cross. I believe that this one is not real.
Okay. Brian.
Oh, look, what's this? My answer locked in before Justin has a chance to call me a freaking game theorist. No, not real.
Well,
Oh,
you're both wrong. So
Oh, man.
Oh, you would have had a chance if you didn't
let me explain this one. Because I found the Mazda Carol. And there are many Mazda Carols. It's actually ridiculous. But I found that as they made each variation, when they got to 7, they started outsourcing the production to Suzuki. So
Wow.
you have this ridiculous like Mazda car that is made by Suzuki.
Well, that was the part that I thought was just too impossible. That was the part that broke my brain. That's amazing. What a find. That's a good one.
Yeah, you have to do all of it because the Mazda Carol is good, but Mazda Carol Mark 7 by Suzuki.
By Suzuki. Yeah, no, that's the way to go.
Chef's kiss. Back to Brian.
Yeah.
Number 11, the Datsun mustard car.
One word or two?
2.
I am tempted to say it's not real, but that's almost entirely fueled by the fact that it's very similar to the last Datsun one you gave that turned out
plank
to
car?
be that turned out to be fake. So maybe this one will be real.
Weird. Would I game it in that way? Oh,
I know.
no,
Look, we all know you're a fucking evil mastermind. I'm gonna say fake. I'm gonna say fake.
Okay. Locked in. Got it.
The Datsun mustard car
Yep.
is 100% absolutely real.
So Brian is right again. I hate this. I just want to go back to like Vegas and give Justin a hug and laugh at weird, dumb slot machines because I miss that.
Family
'Cause
slots,
I feel
man.
like I feel your ire.
But no, you know what I mean? Like, whatever. I already know what this is. This is an unending buffet of torture for me.
Unending.
I am being physically and psychologically being pried apart limb by limb. This happens every few months. Everybody laughs. Ha ha ha. Look how fucking mad Justin gets. Brian fucking gets up by 1 point and then picks all of my answers. So there's no way I can come back. The only way I can come back is by fucking taking the opposite of what Brian goes so I can have any chance to move forward. And then here we go. I sandbag. I slip down to the bottom of the ocean. And as my entire body is consumed by a vent bringing me into the primordial crust of the earth, I can just exhale one final fuck you, God.
Hey, look, I'm sorry, man. It's
as meltdowns go, that was good.
this is I just want to Walter Sobchak and say like, hey man, Willy Wonka's a musical. I'm sorry.
You gotta know what? Fuck you and your 58% friends. Fuck you.
Justin,
Doompa,
it doesn't get easier, bud.
And go fuck themselves for life. You.
All right. Number 12, which starts with Justin if he's capable of answering right now.
You're mad.
Number 12, the Nissan Friend Me.
Oh my God. There's two. So there's the Friendee, and now there's the Friend Me. The Nissan Friend Me.
Correct.
I
feel your pain.
No, you don't. You cause my pain.
Get me on. There you go.
Hey,
Okay.
I can cause your pain and feel your pain at the same time. I just
Hey,
want to point that
by
out.
the way, I just want to point out for the audio listeners that the magician has a sealed prediction.
And we all know there's no way.
There's one thing you can trust. It's
I
the
look,
magician.
Justin, I'm going to do this as fairly as I can. I want you to see. I want you to see that I'm holding it by the sides. I'm not going to.
It's real. It's real. It's real. It's real.
Oh.
All right.
Oh. I say no, it is not real.
Oh my God! Now with a 3-point lead.
Justin got it right.
Oh!
It is 7-5.
Off the gas for 1 second.
We have 3 more questions, and it is 7-5. So,
Ooh.
Justin, be on your game right now. All right, number 13. Back to Brian.
Ready.
The Toyota Deli Boy.
Real. The deli boy.
Deli Boy?
Yo, where's my deli boys at? Oh.
God damn it! How's deli? How's deli spelled?
So, Toyota space. Deli Boy is all one word. Deliboy. Deli Boy, exactly as you would think.
Initially, I was thinking that it would be like deli, like New Delhi, but then as soon as you started spelling it, I really wanted boy to be B-O-I.
Just slinging the cold cuts out of the sliding door.
It turns out it's like a
Deli Boy! They just shout it as they throw hammer.
All right, wait, hold on, Brian. What'd you say?
Oh, I feel like this could totally exist in a universe where it was done in partnership with like a Weird Al Yankovic parody song of Skater Boy. Like
They said you were Deli Boy. Said see you later, boy.
baloney wasn't good enough for him.
There it is. There it is. We saw.
But now there's pastrami melts, and then there's
Oh.
putting pickles down in his belt. You said real. I'm gonna say fake. I don't think that the deli boy is real.
It's real.
Sorry.
It's
Fine.
real.
Oh.
5-8. Justin, you have lost.
I mean, well, okay. It is. There it is.
Oh my
There are
God.
only 2 more questions, so.
Look at that deli boy. It's fine. You want to know what? It's fine. It's fine. It's good. It's great. You want to know what? It's an exercise in character. It's an exercise in character. I hope all the kids that are watching right now know that it doesn't matter what happens or how rigged the game is or how much it's built literally to just psychologically torture you and only you. It matters that you finish the game with your head held high in dignity.
Can we just give shout-outs to Bryce for every time you have a meltdown, he already has the picture of the actual car ready to prove that I'm not bullshitting.
Oh, I mean, I know you're not bullshitting. I know that you're just.
I know you know.
You're born from uncommon stock, Mikey, and you just come down from Mount Olympus to torture the mortals, and this is just what happened. This is, we're just dumb enough to be friends with you.
Yeah, that's true. That's a lot of people make that mistake. Number 14 goes to Justin first.
Yeah.
The Azuzu. Hang on.
The Azuzu, hang on. Oh, the Azuzu, hang on is real.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
it's got to be real, right?
Nope.
No.
Wrong.
Oh.
Hang on. That sounds like a Mikey car.
Yeah, god damn it. I almost feel like I saw a hang on. But I guess maybe it was just in them.
That's
Those are hop-ons.
all right.
You're gonna get those.
Number 15 to Brian. This one's a mouthful. All right. The Honda Mark Twain Chariot of Dreams Super Smart Car.
go. Not real.
Justin lost his friend. He did in fact stand up and leave.
Oh, well. He's
I like
back
that
with
when you
booze.
look at that frame, it's just empty, no Justin, and there's just me in the background pointing at my gigantic brain.
That is like the most epic cell phone of all time. Is me putting you on my background. So when I rage quit, you're me as I'm gone.
Yep. It is kind of correct. Brian, is that real or fake?
I said
The
it's.
Honda Mark Twain Chariot of Dreams super smart car.
I'm gonna say it's fake, but oh my god, do I wish it was real.
Yeah, since this is in the jam slunt jumper joint slot,
It
and
is.
I will say that it is, for the first time, I'll agree with Brian and say that it is indeed fake.
Oh my god.
Brian got 9. That's pretty good, actually.
Heyo! Man, that was a good one, Mikey. Oh.
I had fun with that one. Like, simplistic, but torturous.
Yeah.
It's hard to write quizzes that are like A-B, where you just want to die.
Hey, man, what's going on
That's
over at
hard.
FilmJoy?
Lots of stuff. I'm doing an episode on Shrek next, which has been hard.
So we were just talking earlier about how I showed my 11-year-old The Matrix. What was your verdict on does The Matrix hold up? I'm going to guess it's yes.
Oh, for sure, yes. I mean, the whole like does it hold up thing is a
That's one of those. That's the rules of the road now, especially as
it's more like why does it hold up? Because like I'm not if I'm gonna do an episode on does blank hold up.
the answer is always
And
yes.
if the answer is no, why am I doing an episode, you know? Like, does Cannonball Run hold up? No.
It really doesn't. It was very much of its time.
Yeah, like, it's done. Next question. Whereas, like, The Matrix asks a lot of questions of us that have grown more complicated over time, actually.
Yeah.
Like it came out in 99, and you had 2 transgendered women pre-transition making a movie about transitioning and people dead naming you and all this stuff. And it's like, it means more now than it did then. And I think that's really fascinating.
Oh, wow.
And also, it was, even at the time, it was one of those movies where it's like, when's the last time that a sci-fi like movie just hit like that? And it was just like one day, the day before, nothing exists, and then the next day it's like, oh, there's a classic in theaters. Go see the classic movie that's in theaters right now. Like, I can't remember anything coming out of nowhere and just crushing like that since then.
Name a bigger movie in your lifetime than The Matrix is really... Because it's like, what movie can you name that was like more of that level of classic when it came out?
Yeah.
The Avengers 1, maybe, in terms of what it did. But the Matrix is more. Now.
But yeah, but even then we saw that coming because they were like, okay,
Yeah.
well, cool.
Yeah,
There's all these other good solo movies. And then it's like, comic fans would know, like, all right, it's going to build to this. They're teasing this, like, the Avengers, S.H.I.E.L.D., yada, yada, yada. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, wow, that's awesome. But The Matrix was like, all right, I remember going to see Wing Commander because it had the Phantom
Star
Menace.
Wars Episode 1 trailer, yeah. I did that too.
Yep. And then you're like, oh, cool, the Phantom Menace trailer. But what about that Matrix trailer, man? That Matrix trailer was pretty fucking cool too. And then
it
crushed.
Drew you in and did a thing. Like The Matrix, I don't know if we're gonna see that again in our lifetime.
Well, and plus
and
also,
that level.
the sweetener for me was that this was summer of '99, and of course '99 is an epic year for movies in general. But all in the same summer, you had The Matrix, Fight Club, and American Beauty, 3 movies that came out just as I was quitting my day job in a cubicle farm to try to be a magician, and all 3 of which are about people getting the fuck out of cubicle farms to take on a wider, more interesting world.
Well, that and it's hard to talk about American Beauty in any context that isn't like.
Oh, yeah.
Like you could talk about The Matrix and it's fine, whereas American Beauty is about Kevin Spacey trying to fuck a high schooler, and you're like, not good.
Yeah.
No. Oh, it's a no. That's a no. That's a no.
He's the hero.
Like that.
Right?
Right. Yeah. There's a lot of questionable stuff in this movie.
It's like, and that movie came out in 99. Oh,
Hey,
wow.
hey,
Jesus.
chat, I hear you. Shaun of the Dead, Fight Club, also, but like Shaun of the Dead didn't do shit at the theater, and Fight Club didn't either. So
Well, Shaun of the Dead.
classics, but
Was that released
not
in
the same.
in 99?
I don't know. I didn't see it until like 2 or 3 years later.
I mean, I saw that in its American release in college.
Yeah, it has it in 2004.
Oh, it didn't do anything in theaters when Shaun of the Dead came out.
Yeah. No, that was a curiosity.
Yeah.
No, the one here's the one question I have for you, and then we'll get into all our ending shenanigans. But Keanu Reeves, in the realm of like franchise god, there's like a few faces on that Mount Rushmore, like Schwarzenegger, Stallone, Cruise.
Okay, only men. Got it.
Hey man, we're talking about blockbuster. We're talking dollars.
So multiple franchises. So like own that they are the driving force in multiple franchises.
Yeah, I think Will Smith makes that list now.
Yeah.
Well, what he's done a bunch of big movies.
Men in Black.
Men in Black. Okay.
And
But anything
Bad
lately?
Boys.
Bad Boys.
wait, anything lately like Aladdin redefining the
No. Again, like I'm not talking about box office power.
Oh, got
I'm
it.
talking about like franchises that they are the face on. Stallone has this new weird career where he just resurrects his old franchises because he had these.
I don't
movies
think that
made
means
multiple-
anything, though. Right? I don't know.
I just think it just takes a certain, it's rare when the same actor can break out and do it multiple times. Harrison Ford, I guess, would be another one.
Harrison Ford absolutely is on that mountain, like without question.
But it's like Keanu Reeves is he's got one of the weirdest, but I think one of my favorite resumes of it, where it's like Bill and Ted, The Matrix, and John Wick.
Yeah,
like,
no, John Wick is
that's three of the coolest franchises like ever.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Agreed. Hey, you want to do a little bit of Diamond Time?
Indeed, Brian. Diamond Time's where you can shout out your project right here on this show. Just head on over to our subreddit, reddit.com/r/Diamond Club or diamondclub.reddit.com. We read the top 3 every single week. Octona Princeps writes, Mike TV's Kickstarter has 3 days left. YOLO420.com/GSG book number 1. Head on over there. Make sure you get yourself a signed, numbered, and personalized copy of Mike's limited edition companion book for Get Set Go's first album, So You've Ruined Your Life. Support one of Diamond Club's favorite indie musicians. Do it for the Nugs. On Mike's behalf, thank you to everyone who has pledged already for a copy.
Hells yeah. Vampire Anarchy writes in saying, hey all, OMG Chad is doing a 24-hour stream on Twitch Friday at 4 p.m. Central to Saturday at 4 p.m. Central. And the live countdown is, I don't know, somewhere. But mainly you want to go to bit.ly/OMG Chad. And it looks like the O is capitalized on that. But
Or just OMG Chad on Twitch.
Man, I'm so excited. I wonder what all he's got planned on that. That's awesome.
Hell yeah. And Sign writes, hey y'all, thanks for the emails with job leads. I really fucking appreciate it. Things are getting are still going strong with the hunt, but now funds are getting tight. If you have a lead for a job that I can take on remotely, please send it my way. My qualifications are at cv.sign, that is SCYNE.com, and I'm pretty much ready to do anything except that. I need a fucking job. In the meantime, check out the latest episode of Trending Lemon if you want to hear me get catty about Google with Bryce. Love you all.
Oh, yeah, that was
Nice.
a great episode, yeah.
And again, Diamond Time is where you can shout out your project. Just head on over to reddit.com/r/Diamond Club. Top 3 get read every week.
Time for the Movie Draft Minute.
Welcome to Movie Draft Minute, presented by CosmicRadio.tv for the week of June 24th, 2019. I'm your host, Roberto Villegas. People, I've got nothing because, frankly, not a whole lot has changed, so let's not rehash last week's rankings. Let's tweak it a little bit and present it as if it's new. Here we go. Team Hammerson is in 6th place with Child's Play, bringing $15.6 million, bringing the total to $200.8 million. Team Grant, the Beerist, is in 5th place, $370.4 million. Team Sword and Laser is in 4th place, $507.4 million. Team John Trekker is in 3rd place with Toy Story 4, bringing $135 million, bringing their total to $561.8 million. Team Attack is in 2nd place, $648 million. And in 1st place with $865.1 million, it's Team Frog Pants. And that is your movie minute for the week of June 24th, 2019.
Man, hot dog. I think Frog Pants is going to take it. I think that Toy Story 4 opened to $120 million. It was expected to open at $140 million. Toy Story 4, apparently it's I loved it. The reviews are awesome on it. If you're going to do a fourth thing, they figured out a good way to do it. But everything's softer than it ought to be this whole year. And I think especially the nail in the coffin is the re-release, because you're telling me they're not going to make at least $100 million more with this re-release of Avengers.
I mean, literally just throwing it back in theaters, even if they didn't have the new stuff, just giving it the screens will probably give it what it needs to get to Avatar level. Although a big shout out to Kevin Feige or Feige. I never been able to get that right. Feige, right? That he they held back that whatever after credits thing they're going to do for this re-release, because knowing just in case they need the afterburners, they could have had it.
Oh wait, is that real or is that just something you say? Is like, oh well, we always had a little extra something planned for you. I didn't forget your birthday gift, Johnny. I got you this half-drunk Diet Coke. I had it here, hidden in plain sight.
I would suspect that it's probably something where, you have it and it's either going to go on the DVD or it's going to go on something else, right? They've downplayed that it's like, oh, it's not this like magic totally lead you into the next phase of the Marvel Cinematic Universe kind of thing. So whatever. Again, if it's Ant-Man doing a cartwheel, then I'll be happy to go back and see the movie.
Yeah, most of the rumors I've heard of is that it's going to be like a Stan Lee tribute, which I'll watch the movie again for that.
Yeah, but yeah, I think in terms of the Toy Story thing, look, it's less than what Toy Story 3 opened to. The question is, kids' movies hang around. We're certainly in a period where kids are out of school, so kids are going to be going to see these movies for many, many months. Does that have more staying power, or is it just a soft summer?
I think it's just a soft summer. We'll see.
Yeah, because even I'm looking at the kids' movies that came out this year, and like, Detective Pikachu stalled out at 142. Bryce, can you scroll down to Secret Life of Pets? See what that's doing.
Did way worse than I.
Secret Life did 118.
Wow.
Yeah.
Relatively good buy. Technically a better buy than Toy Story.
Oh wow,
per dollar.
Hey Justin, you wanna bust out our mailbags?
How about we go ahead and grab some drinks?
Join us for drinks in the Diamond Club.
The Diamond Club. That sounds grand.
Sounds super grand. This is the part of the show where we read emails sent in to the show. Like this one, we got an email from Ryan. Ryan in Michigan. Ryan writes, I saw a question on a Simpsons-related Instagram page and wanted to ask it to you guys. Who is your favorite single appearance Simpsons joke character? A throwaway character who only appeared for a single joke. For example, my favorite is Joey Jojo Jr. Shabadoo.
Oh my God.
Ryan from Michigan.
Joey Jojo Jr. Shabadoo.
Jojo!
Homer, that's the worst name I've ever heard.
Gotta do the whole thing.
Oh,
Let's go around the horn, Brian. Do you have one off the top of your head?
Well, it's a bit of a cheat because it's a guest appearance, but the first thing that popped into my mind was just the line where Penn and Teller are on, and Teller turns and says, "I'm not the first Teller." like clearly setting up an abusive, replaceable relationship. That slayed me.
Mm-hmm. Justin?
Oh God, I do not. I'm going to say that my Simpsons knowledge is not enough that I can pull one right off the top of my head.
Ooh, Mikey, do you have one off the top of your head?
Well, so I was kind of reading chat while that was going on, because in the back of my head, it was Disco Stew, because Disco Stew does not advertise.
Man, that was like what it was an amazing just a throwaway. That was in the very opening of the episode at the yard sale, and
yeah.
ran out of room with the stud.
The first Bort with the license plates.
Yeah.
Which is like, Bort, you don't have Bart? And then they meet a character named Bort, and that joke is so pure and so good that I feel like the edge has to go to first Bort. My first Bort son. My first Bort son.
Oh, I like the Ted Bronson. Branson? They try to go to Branson, but they end up in Bronson.
Oh,
and it's
I don't know.
And the little kid goes, "This ain't over." Like it's the kid and mom talking to each other, but they both have Ted Branson. Who, I don't know the guy. I don't actually know the celebrity, but it's like an old guy. It's
Charles Bronson.
Charles Bronson, is that it? I don't know. People know this one. People know this one.
Okay. Right on.
Actually, no, I'm gonna go with the Lenina has Guy Incognito. I'll go with Guy Incognito.
Whiskey Wolf has a good one. The Southern guy that Homer duels that Tobacco episode. We've talked about this on the show.
Yeah.
Might be one of my all-time favorites for the journey that it takes you on from him. Glove slap the glove slap parody to getting busted out to going on the lam, becoming a farmer and creating addictive tomatoes. It's great.
We've also got an email here from Spiderbite. Spiderbite says, subject line, clit boss theory. Shouldn't, and I'm going to read this word for word so Spiderbite knows what he sent in. Shouldn't, based on the way the bit boss works on the show, the woman be the one who seems someone the clit boss, not the man?
I think he means screams at someone or screams.
Oh, who says?
Yeah, because that was the joke that got wine up the nose was that you would do it right as she's. You would say that right as she, like, proud of yourself as she's climaxing. But you're right. But then I would think you'd be a little bit distracted by the orgasm that you're having. But
the woman be the one who deems someone the clit boss. That's he's in the deems. Okay.
Well, yes.
Well,
sure.
Although that's implied if she's orgasming.
I'm the wrong person to ask. Good question. Because people don't look at me and they're like, that guy's the clip boss.
Clip boss.
The clip boss.
No.
Finally, we finally, we got a last-minute email from Flavor Toothpaste who writes, a musical is a movie or a stage show with music and performance pieces that advance the plot. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is a movie with songs in it, like Bohemian Rhapsody and That Thing You Do.
I live only in binaries. Things are simple.
And then what I love...
Movies are musicals or they're not.
The irony is that he had to follow up a few minutes later to correct himself. It was Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, not the Tim Burton Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Hey, this just in. We are nearing 3,600 votes.
Oh, my God.
And it is still a split decision. This country torn asunder 59-41.
Still?
Far from a mandate, but it looks like a barely eking out win for it being a musical. But that's not the poll of record. The poll of record was us settling by trial by combat via Mikey quizzes. So that's the reason it's a musical.
Oh wait, no, that wasn't for that. You fucking cheater! I tried to make peace, and now you rub this in my face. You rub it in my face. You shame me on our show.
Hey, Justin, what did we learn this week?
Mail at nightattack.tv.
Can I ask? Can I throw a grenade in the room?
Sure.
Is Baby Driver a musical?
No, because nobody is singing.
It's all non-diegetic music.
Well,
Or
that he's
diegetic,
listening
sorry.
to in his iPod.
Everyone hears the music he's on because they act to what he's hearing. The gunshots, everything is on beat.
Oh.
Therefore, whatever he's hearing,
So
they're
really, the
reacting
whole thing is a choreographed dance number.
It is.
That
Or
breaks
the
reality.
question is irrelevant, and I'm trying to.
No,
think-
that is pretty good. I think you could, if you squint hard enough. Make
But
a case for it.
I consider Baby Driver a musical, so I'll throw that grenade in the room.
Yeah, you might be able to convert me to your religion. That sounds pretty good.
I would say that the universe is wrapped around the music.
Yeah,
Sure. It is
And-
a music-centric.
Yeah.
and it's
Well,
never
see,
acknowledged that everybody's doing a choreographed thing. That's another
But
part
it
of the
is
musical.
a thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Not like a movie where everybody stops and watches a bunch of Oompa Loompas doing a dance because this is a performance that you're watching and it's not advancing the plot. It's just a little sideshow number.
Wait, you don't
Here's
think,
3 minutes where we have to cart a kid away instead of just doing it.
Yeah.
Hey, so what did we learn this week, Justin?
We've learned that my soul is irredeemable and I've been cast to hell forever.
We learned that I am increasingly uncomfortable with my reputation as the winner of Mikey quizzes because that's gonna end hard at some point.
Look, all I'm saying is that in the spirit of your way of winning Mikey quizzes, I'm uncomfortable with Brian's ability or reputation for winning Mikey quizzes.
We learned that I want to say thank you to Whiskey Wolf for his tutelage that allowed me to play a silly card game online.
I want to thank Josie Brushwood for watching so many old movies that we got to have such a rad movie conversation.
And I want to thank Sandwich Brad, who is the one and only...
The Bit Boss.
The only one we ever loved. Thank you very much, Sandwich Brad. You're the only true fan who ever existed. I wish other people would just bring it someday. Love you guys.
Of course, I want to say that we don't need to learn it this week because we've known it in our hearts the entire time that FilmJoy is the best movie channel on YouTube, and you should follow all the works of Mikey Neumann. Go ahead and check him out at Mikey Face on Twitter.
Yeah, we'll see you next Tuesday.
Dynafire.
Also, go see Justin's live show.
Oh yeah, come meet Saturday, San Francisco.
I love you.
Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.